Jett, obviously you guys are facing a very mobile quarterback in Bo Nix. When you watch him on film, what kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, very agile, obviously. He can make a lot of guys miss, so we're going to have to take our shot and have a lot of pursuit, have great pursuit, and get multiple hats to the ball because he's very agile and will make the first guy miss for sure.
You got to with blitzes, too. Like, you better be careful the angle you take. I mean, when you watch him, is it more about containing him in the pocket, or how would you kind of approach that?
Yeah, you would think that, but then I've seen him get out of containment, too. So, I mean, he definitely brings a big challenge. Yeah, like you said, angles and stuff. You're going to have to be very eye disciplined and everything. So he brings a huge threat for sure.
You guys did well at stopping running quarterbacks with Vanderbilt and then in Arkansas. What was it that helped you guys stop and contain the QB run game?
I think just good weeks of practice. Like I said, pursuit, get multiple hats to the ball, and just discipline, and really just comes down to effort and assignment and stuff.
Jett, I know some of it's just been unlucky bounce of the ball with some of these close losses, but how frustrating has it been watching film this year when either side of the ball can point to one play and say, if I made that play or somebody made this play, could have been a different outcome? Yeah,
there's plays when you leave on film and stuff, it hurts your heart a little bit, but I mean, like we have the 24-hour rule, so you gotta learn from it and adjust to it and try to make that play this next week out.
What do you see from the Auburn offense outside of Bo Nix?
They have a really good O-line, great receivers, and then, of course, Bo Nix, very agile. They bring a huge threat. Their running back core is one of the best we'll see this year, so big threats.
This is your last road game of the season, regular season anyway. What's it been like playing in these full stadiums on the road?
Yeah, it's been awesome, coming off COVID year with not near as many fans and stuff. Great atmosphere, and Auburn, even though it's an 11 o'clock game, they'll still be a packed house, I imagine, so it'll be a great environment.
You guys have been a really good road team, too. So how have you been able to kind of block out the noise? You had a good crowd at A&M and a really good crowd at Arkansas. How are you guys able to perform so well in front of these hostile crowds?
Yeah, I think we just understand our assignment, have each other's backs, just make sure everybody's calm and just on the same page, and just let each other know, you have my back, I have your back, let's just play ball.
What kind of leader has Colin Duncan been on this defense?
Yeah, he's a tremendous leader. He's great with the back end guys and even with us up front. He's very vocal and he's a great motivator. When the energy might not be there, he brings it up. So he's a big attribute to our defense.
The guy for a while was kind of a career special teams guy. Now you're a guy that opposing coaches mention in their preview press conferences. I mean, what kind of blessing has this year been to you to be able to kind of play up to your potential?
Yeah, it's a huge blessing. Thanks to Coach Arnett and the whole defensive staff for giving me the opportunity. Thanks to my fellow defensive guys for trusting in me and believing in me, and thank the good Lord for helping me. And just it's been a true blessing to get out there and contribute to the defense.
Brule said at the beginning of the year that you were the most improved linebacker on the team. Number one, how does that make you feel? But number two, did something change? I mean, is it just about getting familiar with the concepts, or what? Why are you playing as well as you are?
Yeah, I guess I got my feet wet a little bit in a few games. Like you said, with Brule mentioning that makes me feel good, having the approval of my fellow linebackers. So, and I guess just a confidence thing, just getting out there, getting more reps, and just knowing the defense and knowing what to do and how to do it, and getting more comfortable.
3 games left, 2 of them really big SEC games. How much do you guys still have to play for the rest of the regular season?
Oh yeah, we have a lot to play for. We treat every game like it's the biggest one of the season, because essentially it is. It's in this league you got to take every game and have your full attention on that game. So we still got a lot to play for sure. I'm excited.
Austin, obviously a difficult ball game, but you have some positives, I guess, in some respects. You guys just never have any quit in you. What does that say about this team and kind of about this offense?
Yeah, I think the resiliency in us is awesome. How we shake back. We don't get down on ourselves. Our first 3 drives, we didn't do anything, right? The next 7, we come out and we put ourselves in really good field position, either scoring and doing whatever we can, moving the ball. And it says a lot about the offense, how we're shaking back. We're not letting one drive, one bad play kind of define us or stop us. We're just going to move on to the next.
Obviously, you want to compete in everything you do, but from a receiver standpoint, you look at last year, Brody King got a lot of reps, and we see what Christian's doing now. I know he's on scholarship now, but from a receivers room standpoint, how much of it, not a chip on your shoulder, but how motivated is that to know that, hey, Leach is going to play whoever's performing, doesn't matter if they're a walk-on or a scholarship?
I love that about Coach Leach. You know, like he plays best players. You know, it's a meritocracy. Whoever works the best, you know, does the hard, you know, does the most, performs the best on the field. That's what he's gonna put out there. You know, he doesn't have any biases, or he doesn't prefer other players over others. You know, it's whoever deserves it, he's gonna put out there. Like the guys you mentioned, they've been busting their tails, doing a great job, and they've got their chances and done really well, which is awesome. I'm happy for them.
Is anything Christian doing surprising you, or did you see that coming the way he surprised you?
It didn't surprise me at all. In the off season, we were working out all the time together. You know, throwing extra balls, running routes, and I mean he's always working, always done the most, and I'm proud of him.
Jaden Wally doesn't have any 100-yard games yet this year. Is that just a factor of more depth at receiver and more guys to spread the ball around to, or do you think he maybe hasn't taken the step some expected?
No, I mean we're not worried about statistics. I mean as you can see how our offense is doing, as a whole, I mean we almost had almost 500 yards against Arkansas. I know we definitely did that last year. So yeah, we're not worried about numbers, statistics like that. And, as a group, we're performing at a way higher level overall. And Wally's having a great year. He's doing well. And that's how we're, as a group, as a unit, performing a lot better, and that's what we're happy with.
When you guys have these close losses, I mean, as a leader on the team, how do you prevent that from becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, like, well, here we go again? How do you get these guys to kind of focus on finishing a game?
First, I mean, it's a 24-hour rule for us. From the game, we look at our mistakes, we try to change and do what we can, but then you got to move on. You can't let one game beat you twice. It's a really big thing. You got to be able to move on to the next and just shake back. You got to fall back into training during the week. You just got to prove it to yourself that we're ready to win this next game. Believe in yourself, and just all you got to do is just kind of focus on the next one. Can't look in the mirror.
What do you see from studying Auburn secondary? What sticks out to you about them?
They're a physical team for sure. That's something to kind of stand on, just like one of their foundations. They're physical, they're strong, play hard. I definitely respect them. There's really good players in the back end.
Middle of the year, some people were wondering if Will was going to be the guy. Nobody's asking us questions anymore. How do you feel about how he has performed here down the middle of the season and appears to be playing his best football?
I'm proud of him, definitely. I mean, like I said, that's all the noise. They're saying that. Yeah, everyone in the locker room, on the team, kind of who matters in our group, we all believed him the entire time, and that's our guy we're riding with. So it's just good to kind of see him finally get the recognition from everyone else, because he's a ball player, and like how he's been playing lately, lights out. It's awesome. I'm happy for him.
Has he improved his ping pong game?
No, that's one phase he hasn't. No.
When you look at obviously a lot of these guys are receivers, and I know you mentioned that you may come back next year too. A lot of this same group's going to be back next year, but kind of looking ahead to some of those freshman guys, you get a look at any of those freshman receivers that are expected to redshirt. Anybody kind of catching your attention?
Oh yeah, I mean you got Tay Knox, you got Antonio, they play real well. You got Jacoby Moore. All three of those guys are really athletic, play hard. They're making plays out here. Doing kind of whatever they can. I'm excited to get in the off-season, the weight room with them, work with them, and just kind of see what they can be, because I think they're really going to be key players for us.
With you having another COVID year, you plan on coming back next year?
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm leaning that way.
You guys have been a great road team this year, and every game has been competitive. What makes you guys lock in and do such a good job playing on the road in front of these hostile environments?
I mean, I think Coach Leach and our staff, they do a really good job preparing us. Every Thursday we're at the stadium practicing, just kind of getting used to that feel, being in the stadium, having the lights on. You got music playing, used to it. Just at the end of the day, kind of just fall back to our training, what we do every day during the week, and it's kind of showing for us, I think.
Robert Thomas has a touchdown catch in the last 3 games. What have you thought of the year that he's had for you guys?
That's awesome. He's a great ball player. His ball skills are outstanding. He reacts well. He's big. He's strong. Just to see him make those plays, and he's consistently made them too. That's just great for him. And only as a freshman doing that, it's eye-opening for sure. I know the sky's the limit for him.
You guys, obviously, Auburn's a tough place to play. I mean, how do you feel about the 11 a.m. kick and that sort of stuff? I know the fans don't really like it because they can't get there, but as a player, how do you feel about those earlier kicks?
It doesn't matter. Whenever we play ball, I'm happy to play. I mean, the sun will be shining, so that'll be good. It doesn't bother me sometimes.